Good morning, Dave. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. You know, the way that you paint pictures in our imaginations is such a brilliant landscape. And it's like, what is it like for it to fall from your fingertips right into our hearts?
Well, thanks. That's that's a very poetic way of putting it. You're trying to tell a story. When I'm writing a book like this, I want two things to happen. I want you to laugh. I mean, I want it to be funny. I'm supposed to be a humor writer, but I also want you to actually like the story and want to believe the story and want to be happy. Want to find out what's going to come up next and want to be happy with the ending.
Yes.
So that's the goal. That's what you're always working for when at least what I am when I'm writing a novel.
Well, it's an automatic to love it because you deal with the melon monster. I mean, my God. I mean, that's going to become an everyday word now. Are you being a melon monster?
The melon monster. Yeah. In my book, it's set in the Everglades, and these guys came up with this idea to create a monster, which it's not real. It's a guy wearing a Dora the Explorer costume head stumbling around out in the Everglades while they video. But they want to make that into a reality TV show. They're a bunch of incompetent stoners, and it shouldn't work out, but it does. It explodes, it blows up on TikTok, and they become really famous. The original idea for that, when I was a kid, I went to a camp called Camp Sharperoon in upstate New York. And the scary story that they would tell you at night at Camp Sharperoon was called the Watermelon Baby.
Oh, man.
I won't even go into one, but it's this thing with this giant head.
Yep.
That's what got me the idea of like the giant head. And then I was looking for how would you create a giant head if you were incompetent stoners? And that's when I came up with the idea of the Dora the Explorer costume head, which one of them puts on.
Well, I love the way that you interweave the internet into this, because young readers are going to pick this up and they're going to say, wow, he lives in my world. Oh my God, videos and TikTok and things like this.
Yeah, thank you. The TikTok thing was really from my daughter, who's 23 now. And I want to stress she's an intelligent person and she has a job and everything. But she, like so many people of her generation, watches TikTok, sees TikTok. And, for the benefit of our listeners who are not familiar with TikTok, it's an app that was invented by the Chinese government to prevent the United States from ever doing anything productive ever again. Basically, you get on this, and it's just a whole bunch of short videos, and you go, and they're just random as hell. You go, look at these dogs doing this cute thing. Oh my goodness, look at that, people doing that dance. Oh wait, is that the Pope? Oh wait, here's a woman making ravioli using a tennis racket. Oh wait, there's more dogs. Like the next thing you know, night has fallen and you're still in your pajamas. So anyway, it's addictive that way. But the thing about it is, like, anybody with a phone can make one of these things. Yep. And if just the right number of things happen, millions of people can see it. And that's what happens to these stoners in this book. They're melon monsters for reasons have nothing to do with competence, becomes an international phenomenon, and hijinks ensue.
It takes place in the Everglades, and I think that's one of the draws to the book for me, because not even 2 miles from here, there's a flatland swamp, as we call it, and I love going over there just to listen to everything around it. Were you at the Everglades when this story came into mind? I mean, because you really do paint that picture of, like, I really was there.
Yeah, I had, for various different reasons, done stories in the Everglades. And when I first moved to Miami, I thought of the Everglades as just an endless, undifferentiated swamp. And then once you've been there a while, you begin to realize there is much more to it than just the swamp and the gators and the snakes and the birds. There are roads, there are communities, yes. There are little huts, there are strange little places back in there. There are the Native Americans back. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Everglades, and a lot of it's strange. There's a reason people are there instead of back in Miami. They're running from the law or whatever. So, yeah, I was trying to paint a picture of what it's like in this, really weird natural environment right next to this really dense urban environment in Miami.
Jesse is a character. This is a character in the book that, you know, so many of us would like to find something that the bad guys want, and then we want to do something with it. But you really do present that in this. To me, it's the hook, and now we're going to sing the chorus.
Yeah, Jessie is in my mind, the main character in the book.
Yeah.
She's a young woman who's stuck out there. She had a baby by this guy who's brought her out to the Everglades. He wants to make the reality TV show, and he's a jerk, and she has come to realize what a jerk he is, and she desperately wants out, but she has no money, whatever. So she stumbles across this fortune, and there are all these legends. I based that on on legends of buried treasure, hidden treasure in the Everglades. She finds one. But there's some horrible guys who are also trying to find it, and they figure out that she has it. But I love Jessie. She's a tough lady, and does well in the book. Well.
Well, I hope you write more books like this, because this is conversation starting. It's also adults can read it with their young adults as well, and just really, you know, have some of that table talk.
Well, don't make sure they're not too young.
Yeah. Right. Dave, you got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Thanks so much, Errol. I appreciate it.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
I will do my best. You too. You're already there, dude. You're already there.